Come here, me little jockey, now I've smoked me baccy, have a bit of cracky till the boat comes in. Dance to the daddy, sing to the mommy, dance to the daddy, to the mommy, sing. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a fishy when the boat comes in.
Come in, bonny lad. Hey, away the fire, you look all frozen. Why, you're not at school today? Feeling the wag, are you? Come on the tram. Walked all the way from Tynkey to see your Auntie Bella. Well, gives a cuddle then. Here, what's the matter? You didn't tell your Auntie Bella?
My mum, she's asleep.
Oh, she's not out of bed yet? Well, you're a big lad now. You can dress yourself, get to school on your own.
She'll not waken up.
She's not well. She'd walk yesterday?
No, she just was asleep.
Oh, well, there, bonny lad. Don't worry. I'll go across and see her. You stay by the fire, sweetheart. A nice cup of tea. Auntie Bella will go across and see what's the matter. There we are. Hey, cheer up. Give another cuddle before I go. It's lovely to see you.
Gentlemen? They're not stopping the duel of gentlemen.
Tom, listen to your da.
You want a bloody revolution. Call me comrade. I'm no gentleman.
Now look, there's nobody here more in favour of action than what I am. Certainly it's no good sitting around talking about socialism if you're not prepared to back your principles with deeds.
By their deeds you shall know them.
They all know me, Jack. I've been a socialist all my life.
I have them.
And not just because I believe there might be something in it for me, but because I believe in a society that has justice and order and cares. Now, I've put a few words together here which I think we should hand into the town hall with a petition.
They'd take more notice of a bottle hoid through the window.
Give your da a hearing.
We, the undersigned of the Galashield Labour Party and Workers' Council, respectfully petition the Board of Guardians of Galashield, being the administrators of public assistance, and draw their attention to the plight of those poor persons entitled to benefit under the Act. We call upon the Board, the Town Council, and all men of good faith...
Oh, for God's sake, don't bring religion in.
Wasn't Jesus the first socialist?
Look what happened to him.
Get on with it, sir. To support our demand for a satisfactory increase in the poor law rates and an extension to the present inadequate limitation on unemployment benefit. For it is the duty of all men of conscience to work for justice in society and above all to give protection to the weak, the innocent and those most in need.
Good words, Bill. Them's good words.
I would do we march.
And we've got 2 weeks till the Board of Guardians meet.
Do we march.
Aye, we'll march as well. But in an orderly fashion. Agreed?
Agreed.
I agree.
You want my opinion?
Well, that's what you're here for, Jack.
Get the Board of Guardians off their backsides and march them down to the East End. Let them see it for themselves. Left, right, right.
Carry on, Sergeant.
Here.
you there? It's Mrs. Seaton. Connie. Connie? Oh my God. You poor Ben. God bless you and keep you, darling.
You know, it worked, Tom.
They blew the midnight buzzer.
What a way to tell a man he's not wanted.
Ah. Yourself?
Laid off as well. There's talk of a keel going down at the yard. There's always talk.
Aye. You know, Dar was pleased you came, Jack.
Aye?
Thinks the world of you.
Politics. Not really my game.
No?
You keeping your game up?
What, football?
Aye.
Well, Saturday mornings, if I'm off shift.
I met this lad at Roker Park. He's a scout for a few Midland clubs.
Didn't tell him about me.
Why not?
Get on.
You've the talent, man. Anyway, he's promised to look round. We were sergeants in the same regiment. Could do us a favour.
We'll see.
You coming down for a supper, Bella's Blackjack?
Well, that's temptation. Your wife's a great cook.
Aye. Secret of a married bliss. Oh, aye, and Jessie be home for dinner.
Oh, aye. Well, in that case...
Might as well. Be a lodger like me.
So Mary's still in hospital, then? How is she?
Well, she'll be all right when she's had the baby.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Jessie, love.
Dad?
Look who's come for dinner.
Hello, Jack.
How's the teaching trade?
Sweaty? 52 kids to the class?
Looks as if you thrive on it.
You should try it.
I mean, you look younger than ever.
Time you two got engaged.
Dad,
Don't argue with your father.
when did you ever need help and advice, Jack Ford?
Whenever I get arguing with Jessie Seaton.
Dad,
Aye?
you remember Connie McGlade?
The Irish lad's your mum's friend.
She's died.
Never. When was this?
Ma went over, found her in bed. Think she must have lain a couple of days.
But she's just a young lass. She had a bairn.
Young Harry.
Used to call your ma his Auntie Bella.
Ma's got him here.
Oh, little beggar. Does he know?
Don't think he's realised yet.
Aye, it's tragic.
What's been wrong with her?
I'm going to the doctors for the certificate, but it seems to be what they call natural causes.
Starvation, more likely.
What about her husband?
She never had one. Came from Dublin about 10 years ago with the baby. Ma looked after her then.
No relatives.
She cut herself off.
This is little Harry. He's come to stay with his Auntie Bella.
Hello, Harry. I'm sorry about... Aye. Has he been fed?
Ah, he's been fed. I'm taking him to the Hoppins.
The Hoppins?
It's what he fancies.
But Bella, a fairground at a time like this?
He fancies the Hoppins.
Maybe a good idea. Keep his mind
Thanks,
occupied.
Jack. I knew you'd understand.
Here, there's tuppence, Harry. Buy yourself a few bullets.
Bullets? What's the good of our trying to teach the kings English?
Well, you and the king can call them sweets. We'll stick to the rich heritage. Claggy, taffy and bullets. That right, Harry?
Say thank you, pet.
Say thank you, there's a good lad.
He's shy.
Always say thank you.
He's shy.
All right. Here.
Well, Jessie, you'll put your food out.
Right, oh, Mum.
And Harry and me will get along. Well, there's bread cut ready.
Right, Ma, I'll get it.
See they're looked after. Come on, get sit her off.
So long, kidda. So long, Ma.
Ta-ra, Harry.
Will you be gone long, Bella?
Is there something you wanted?
No, just wondered, like.
Oh, we're just down the road. The Hoppins went on our way to London. See you when we get back.
What a shame, eh? Poor little lad.
Aye, it's hard luck.
Doesn't seem right somehow. Fairgrounds. Wasting money them places at the best of times. Ma should know better.
Just a bear and da.
Soup's out.
Ah, well, let's get at it. Hey, but Jess is a bit of steak for what, Tom?
Aye,
Your
well,
ma was cooking it special. Oh, where is it?
she gave it to young Harry.
Why, it's no matter. There's plenty chuck.
That was for our Tom.
Chuck. Bread is the stuff of life. It is not chuck. So Dad roped you in for the committee.
Here I am.
I didn't think you were interested in politics.
Maybe once. But there was this little distraction called the Battle of the Somme.
Politics is about shaking off the past.
So you tell me. But do I get a kiss?
Can't you be serious?
I am being serious.
You're never serious. I know if you saw a beggar in the street, you'd probably drop your last shilling in his hat.
Maybe.
That'd be your day's good work.
And do I get a kiss for that?
My father believes it's more important to find a cure than just to offer a bit of relief.
So if I get dedicated like your dad, do I get a kiss?
If I ever meet a man 50% as good as my father, I'll marry him.
Why? Well, how about a half-hearted kiss for the other 50%?
You won't let my father down, will you?
I thought my being on the committee would please you.
We're a mining family, Jack. We know what it feels like to be betrayed.
Now who's harping on about the past?
Humanity needs more than just a voluntary gesture. What we need is total commitment.
Aye, that's a gobful. What's that quotation from? Karl Marx or Bertrand Russell?
When mining people use words, Jack, the words mean what they say.
As far as I'm concerned, Jessie, it's just here and now. It's got nothing to do with words.
Aye, that looks fine. Does it feel comfy, Pat? Hold on a minute.
Mr. Seaton, is it?
Aye?
I'm Father Keenley. I'm inquiring after a young boy named of McGlade.
Oh, he's out with the missus. For a walk.
Well, maybe that's a blessing. We can talk freely. Thank you. You're not a Catholic yourself, Mr. Seaton?
No, we're chapel.
Well, there's no harm in that. There's some very interesting books here.
A lot of them's my daughter's. She's a teacher.
Is she? Well, this would be her here, hmm?
That's Jessie. The boy on the right there's Tom.
Fine-looking lad.
The youngest, Billy. He's away trained to be a doctor.
Is he? Well, isn't that marvelous? And you just, minor, is it you are, Mr. Seaton?
I am.
Struggle and sacrifice.
We think it's worth it.
But you've none younger.
No.
Well, isn't that a pity? You and your wife producing such gifted children.
Oh, well, that's a personal matter of...
Miners of Northumberland and Durham. It's a fine work.
You read it?
No. I haven't actually read it, but it looks like a fine work.
Oh, it is. You should read it. It's all about miners.
Huh?
And all the struggling and sacrificing they've had to endure.
Well, that is God's will, Mr. Seaton. Some are chosen to suffer more than others.
Aye, and by God's will we'll change all that.
It's always to be hoped for. You're a union man.
Lord Secretary.
That's a responsibility. You believe strongly in unity, then?
Aye.
The organization of men for the purpose of social and moral advance.
Aye, something like that.
Well, I'm with you all the way there, Mr. Seaton. Nothing elevates the individual man more than when he realizes the need to subordinate his own private will to the total needs of the society of God and man. You're not an atheist anyway, hmm?
I've said I'm chapel. And what about this boy?
Well, it's a very fine thing you've done, taking the boy in.
His mother was my wife's best friend.
So I understand. The problem of a child conceived in sin. It's a terrible thing, Mr. Seaton. Separation from the unity of God and man. Have you considered yet how long you might be caring for him?
No, not yet.
Well, there are so many considerations.
Have you something in mind?
There are many schemes for the destitute child, and God knows they're needed. In fact, just this morning I did have a communication from Australia House, that's in London. There's an organization called the Fairbridge Farm Schools in Melbourne, that's in Australia.
But he's only 10 years old.
Well, it seems they take them even younger, so there's no problem there.
But it's thousands of miles away.
It is indeed, and by all accounts, a land of great opportunity. However, I'm only concerned with his immediate situation, principally his education. Would you be able to ensure that, in fact, he continues his schooling at St. Joseph's? It's a bit of a journey, but...
Well, I suppose it'd be...
essential, Mr. Seaton, for his spiritual survival.
Ah, there's the missus now. Good. Bella, this is Father Keenley.
I'm very pleased to meet you, Mrs. Seaton.
How do you do?
Hello, Harry. Fine balloon you have there. We were just discussing things.
The father'd like to know if we'd be sending young Harry along to the Catholic school.
Oh, well, of course we will. It'd be Connie's wish.
That's true.
And he'll be at church a Sunday, Father.
Well, I'm sure he wouldn't want to miss Mass.
I'll see that he doesn't.
Excellent.
I'll look after him, Father. You can depend on it. We're very close to each other.
Well, I can see that.
I feel God's put me here for this purpose.
A very beautiful thing to say, Mrs. Seaton.
I love him like he was my own father.
God bless you. Well, I can see everything is fine. I'll be off on my other calls. Goodbye, Mr. Seaton. We'll have a chat again one day. Bye-bye, Harry. Say a prayer for me.
I'll see you at the door, Father.
Thank you.
Well, take your coat off, laddie. You can't sit down, you know. You have a good time at the Hoppins? Would you like something to read? You can't read, can you? Teach you that at the Catholic school? What's the matter, laddie? Have you no tongue in your head?
Ah, there's a real gentleman.
I think so. Seemed a bit nosy to me.
Oh, yeah, well, take your coat off.
Suggested I was a bloody atheist.
You'd never say a thing like that.
I never said bloody.
It's only the band's interest at heart.
Must be miles to that Catholic school.
Oh, tramps.
Yonder. I noticed one thing. You never offer to pay the fares.
Oh, we'll make a cup of tea. And you can help your Auntie Bella do the ironing.
Pit opens up again tomorrow. Did you know? Tom and me's on first shift.
Then you better get to bed, sharp.
What about the bait tins?
You ever gone without?
Did you get the black pudding?
Your bait tins will be ready.
Aye, but did you get the black pudding?
Oh, what suddenly becomes so important about black pudding?
Well, I asked you to get some black pudding.
Well, I forgot.
You forgot?
Forgot?
Say a prayer for us.
And I can get you some black pudding without the help of the Lord. What's the matter with you? You're acting on like a child.
I am not.
I think you are being neglected.
I only asked if you got the black pudding.
God almighty, if black pudding's all you want, I'll stuff you with it till it's coming out your ears.
Now, that's no way to talk.
Stop shouting.
I'm not shouting.
Frighten the bairn.
I'm away to bed.
Good night.
Good night.
Pet. Didn't fash yourself. Men guns funny in their old age.
God almighty, what's up?
There, Pet. It's just a nasty dream. Auntie Bella's here. It's all right. There we are.
3 o'clock.
It's all right. It's just a nasty dream, Pet. It's all gone now.
Is he all right?
There, you better come in with your Auntie Bella. Come on. There we are. It's just a dream. It's just a dream. Here you are. You cuddle in with me, sweetheart. That's right. Move over a bit.
Everything all right?
Oh, just a lad having a nightmare. Head back to bed, Tom. Still another hour before we get on shift.
All right, oh.
Auntie Bella's here. That's right. Yes. It's all right, darling.
Hey, the shirt's never been aired off.
Hasn't it?
Why, it's clagging to me back.
Ma left the washing hanging in the yard with all the carry-on yesterday.
What's up with the fire?
It's not been laid.
Not been laid? She usually has it blazing before we get downstairs.
Not this morning, that's why there's no tea.
What's up with Ma?
Are you hungry?
What do we got?
Dip.
Dip. Great. Up half the night, no fire, going to work with damp clothes and a gob full of chuck and dripping. Why, it's a choice of 2 deaths, isn't it? Double pneumonia or a stoppage of the bowel. Boy, I'll be glad when our Mary gets herself
Look, I've
back
got
home.
to get to work as well as you.
Work?
Yes, work.
That's what you call it, is it? Away, Da. Them young putters will have a tub filled before we get on the seam.
Peace.
Little beggars. Can't wait to take the shovels out of our hands.
Well, isn't that life? Give some young'uns an inch and they take a yard.
There's the sun, Da.
Aye,
Say hello. Say Tirra.
and down we go. Out of sight, out of mind. Snowball? Another one.
All right.
It's not fair on Dad. I mean, he's got to get his night's sleep. He looked perished. He shouldn't go down the pit without warm clothing. It's a question of priorities, Ma. You understand? You've got to get them right.
Stay in bed, sweetheart. Auntie Bella, get the fire going. Soon be nice and cosy. Bring you a nice ducky of tea with plenty of sugar in. See what I got? Letter from my little boy. You didn't know our little boy, did you? I have. His name's Billy. You'd like to see his picture? There you are. That's him. And that's me in me red frock. Oh, it was a lovely dress. I suited red. Got it here somewhere. And not many people can wear red, but it suits me. Not that I'll be wearing it again. The way I keep it, really, it's only fit for the rag bag. He loved me in this dress. Of course, he's not a little boy now, but he was once. Just like you. Full of love. Always crying for his mum.
My mom's gone to live with Jesus.
Yes, my little pet, I know. But Jesus says you and me's got to love each other now.
Where's Billy?
He's in Edinburgh. The big school. You have to go on a great big puffer train to go there. But I've got you to put my arms around now.
I'll not go away on the big puffer train, Auntie Bella.
Come on, pass it over here. Come on. Come on. Get it.
Watch out, king of the kids.
That's where you learn the game, you know. Corner Gang United versus back lane hackers.
And what's your position, Harry? Left outside?
Come on, they'll be waiting.
Well, go on, young'un. Give it the boot. How will you, Jack?
Come on, you too, Jessie's getting anxious.
I'll just give me shoes a rub.
Maternity hospital only allows half-hour visiting. Mary likes us to be on time. We're all ready, Jessie.
About time.
Jack's here.
Gone quiet, hasn't it?
She'll be having second glances in her mirror, then she'll come running. Flowers is beautiful, Jack.
Yeah, sent them today.
Mary'll love them. Not many fellas likes buying flowers.
As far as I remember, I only ever bought them once before. Same kind, gold chrysanthemums. My mother had hair that colour.
Had she? You never told us much about your parents, Jack.
No.
Maybe you'd rather not.
Oh, it's all right. I've naught to hide. My ma was the closest. Only had each other at the end.
Shame. Passed over recent, did she?
Oh, no, it's a while back now, before I got demobbed. She was buried by the parish. Sort of woman that looked after everybody except herself, you know what I mean? Nursing blooming neighbours when they were sick, doing their washing, feeding soup into other people's skinny kids. A couple of the neighbours told me about the funeral. They'd taken their flowers the next day, so as the parish undertaker wouldn't be upset, seeing money wasted that could have paid the bill.
Mean to say where she's...
Oh, aye. There was a stone nearby with some words carved on it. And sorrow had no voice.
And Sarah had no voice.
Aye.
Well, there you are.
I'm all set.
Thank goodness it's your wife we're visiting.
I know that.
Ah, you're looking great, Jessie.
Ah, she's in bloom. Like it was her having the baby.
Time enough. Not a bit.
Men. Come on, we can't waste any more time, you and your back lane football.
Auntie Bella! What's the matter?
Oh, you might know.
Accident, Jessie.
Look at your knee. It's cut wide open. Auntie Bella will have to bathe and bandage that.
Would you believe it?
Now you go on. I'll come after I've seen him. Tell Mary. Take the flowers.
You carry them.
Me?
It's the least you can do.
Not mine.
But you could carry them. What's the matter? You frighten people who think you're soft.
Here, I'll take them.
No, you won't.
Are you trying to dominate me?
Some hope.
Well then,
I'll carry them.
why?
Because I'm a woman, and in the end, we're the ones that get lumbered. Ask Mary. Ask Ma.
You little beggar, I'll scalp your backside for you.
Look, he's got to be
Oh,
chastised.
you don't understand. He's not a bad child. He's full of love.
He's full of the devil.
He is not.
Are you going to let him get away with it scot-free?
I'll talk to him.
Talk to him. You should take a slipper to his backside.
He's not willful bad.
Tell that to Mrs. Palmer.
Oh, I'm doing that washing over.
Well, it's not enough. He should be punished, the little beggar.
And he's not a little beggar.
He'd get a telling if he was one of mine.
Aye, well, he's not yours.
No, he's not. But he's under my roof.
Don't you lay a finger on that bairn.
Bella, come to your senses. If you don't do what's right, somebody else will do it for you. In the lad's own interest, for his own sake.
Do you not think that bairn suffered enough?
Bella.
Hey, there's the dirty man. I'll get me purse.
Tomatoes, onions.
How much is that?
5 please. Thank you.
Onions, tatties, ripe tomatoes.
Penny? Bye.
Ripe tomatoes, get your tomatoes, they're lovely. Onions, tatties, tomatoes, onions. Onions, tatties, ripe tomatoes.
Mum?
They're lovely.
Jess, can I ask you something?
I'm in a bit of a dash, Mum.
Can you lend us half a note?
Oh, Mum.
It's just that run a bit short and it's rent day.
You've not touched the rent money.
Had to, Jessie?
What'll Dad say?
It's just 10 bob, Jessie.
You've had me bored, Ma'am. 10 bob's all I've got. I've got my own expenses.
I'm sorry I asked you.
Well, it's not fair.
It's just 10 bob.
If you've gone into the rent money, you should tell Dad. When he puts his packet down, it's all there. He's never played keepy back with you.
Is that a nice way to talk to your mother?
Well, it's the truth. And maybe it's time you heard it.
I don't care what you say. I want the polish brought. Keep out of them. I'm done for the polish. Dirty young thief.
Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! Let me go!
What's up? This little beggar is taking the money out the man's bag. Harry! He's away for the polish and you can't blame him.
Oh, get up.
Mr. Seaton.
Well?
There's to be a hearing tomorrow morning at the juvenile court.
What'll they do to him?
He's not too young for a birching.
Well, surely they'll not be that hard.
I think not. Under all the circumstances, he's a pretty unsettled boy, therefore I'll be able to put a word in.
I feel ashamed.
Well, now, Mr. Seaton, you've nothing to reproach yourself with.
Being in this place.
Your wife didn't come.
Here? Certainly not. Not let her. Neither of our lads ever got into this sort of trouble.
You mustn't be too hard on yourself.
We've always been a respectable family.
Mr. Seaton, there are greater sins than ever come before the public courts.
This place.
Sometimes we fail to recognize them within ourselves.
Where is he now?
I've lodged him for the night at Nazareth House with the little sisters.
Mrs. Seaton. You're very attached to the lad.
I know that. You've both done your best. We'll see what the morning brings.
Thank you, Father.
We've all done our best, Mr. Seaton.
Go to sleep, Bella.
Can't sleep.
Woman. Put things out of your mind.
Can't settle. I'll make a cup of tea.
At this time of the morning?
Let's make a cup of tea.
Mr. Seaton, back off shift?
Aye. Bella!
Thank you. I've spoken to the magistrate's clerk.
Well, will he be sent away?
Well, as the first offender, he'll be given every chance. Fact is, they have indicated to me that if you were to stand surety, they would consider returning the boy to you as a court-appointed guardian. I'm sure you must have your doubts.
Well, it's not that, it's...
Do you want my advice?
Aye.
Well, this child would be better off placed in an area of specialist protection.
You mean them Australian farm schools?
Well, we must keep things in perspective, Mr. Seaton.
Bella, though. She's so fond of the lad.
Sometimes it's a great mistake to let the heart rule the head. Ah, Harry, there you are. Well, now, weren't you a naughty boy running away from sister like that, hmm? Well, come now, Harry. Must be a brave boy.
You go with him, Bella.
Yes, we can all go for a ride in the motor car together. Well, what's your answer, Mr. Seaton?
Haven't got one. You do what you think's best.
I will. Don't ever reproach yourself. Bye, Mr. Seaton.
Hello, lad.
Oh, there you are, Matt. Collect these up.
Hi, Jessie. Hey! It's a great turnout. Aye, and we'll collect more on the way. How many signatures in this lot?
In the thousands.
Keep them occupied in the town hall, eh?
You bet. Go on, get moving. Come back with the placards.
Hey, man, don't forget, son. They've got to be kept orderly. Well, not a Sunday school trip. Keep them orderly. Ah, sounds like they're getting up steam. And I'm no police on a horse, but I'll get them in line. No trouble. Jessie, have you seen Tom?
He's coming down here soon.
Well, I've got to see him.
What's the rush?
Look, Jessie, if he comes in, tell him to get up to the field. That football scout has arrived to see him play.
What are you talking about? He's coming on the march to the town hall with his father and the rest of us.
Jessie, this is vital for him. His big chance. He's got to get up to the field.
Typical. Football.
You don't understand.
I understand you, Jack Ford. I knew you'd let me dad down.
Look, woman, your brother has the chance to turn his back on poverty.
By turning his back on the poor?
Oh, go to hell.
Rosy apples for rosy cheeks.
Jessie!
I've been waiting for you.
You'll have to carry on without me,
I
Jessie.
know.
Look, tell me, Dad, I'm sorry.
Is that good enough?
Well, it cannot be helped. I got this message.
Is kicking a football about more important than standing by Dad?
Football? What are you talking about? I'm away up to the hospital to see Mary. I just got word she's in labour. Sometime today I'm going to be a daddy.
Oh.
I mean, first things first, Jessie.
Of course.
Family.
Give her my love.
Why,
We'll come visiting tonight.
Tirra.
Down with the Guardians! Up with the door! We want Chuck! Down with the Guardians! Up with
Seems like we both got it wrong.
Down with the Guardians! Up with the door!
Human frailty.
Down with the Guardians! Up with the door!
Aye, well, let's get these placards down. I don't want them committee men marching with their hands in their pockets.
Down with the Guardians! Up with the door! We want Chuck! Down with the Guardians! Up with the door! We want Chuck! Down with the Guardians! Up with the door! We want Chuck! Down with the Guardians! Up with the door!
Maybe we're allowed to get something right.
Praise God for human frailty.
Come on.
Sounds like a mob.
It's people crying out.
Is it a proper way to solve a problem?
Dance to the daddy, sing to the mommy, dance to the daddy, to the mommy sing. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a fishy when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a haddock when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a bloater when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a mackerel when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a salmon when the boat comes in.